I still can't get my head around the fact that the Idris has been released. This is insane, guys. This is insane, and I'm absolutely loving this here. So let's check it out. Let's see what the devs have to say about the Idris finally making its way into the Persistent universe.
What is the Idris?
It's a big bloody spaceship. The Idris for me was almost like the second stepping stone.
Oh, they call it the Idris? Idris,
100%
Idris?
belief
Nah.
that we could make this project a reality. We took the concept off Ryan Church many, many years ago. I think it was one of the first ones that got developed for the game. Huge undertaking across the board. And when
I remember that. That was like at a CitizenCon or a Gamescom. Like, when was that? 2015 or so, right?
About taking off in
like
that
10
demo
years ago.
with the crew on board. It was a true sort of like, okay, we can do this. We can deliver on the promise that Chris had envisioned, several years before.
Yeah, but back in the days, the game was not even in 64 bits. It was in 32 bits. The scope was much smaller than what it is now, and the problem was performance. We've seen that before, right? When they introduced the Idris as an NPC ship for many years now, the performance were tanking. It was just not possible to get this ship in the game because it could not handle it at all. But I gotta say, last night I played Hunt the Polaris. There were 3 Idrises hunting the Polaris, plus some Polarises, some other players, NPCs, and it was not a slideshow. Performances were not that great, but it was playable. And I was really surprised. So maybe it is right now a good time to release the Idris. Oh, that beam.
The Idris is a frigate used by the UAE Navy, but it was also available to civilians in a sort of wide range of specifications.
Man, now this is like, if there was like one ship, I would work my ass off in-game to make as many credits as possible to buy a ship. This is it. I'm so glad it's there, so that eventually in about 6 months or so, it's going to be available in game stores, probably for 100 million credits or so, and it's going to be making it worth playing the game. Until the next wipe, it's going to be heartbreaking.
One of the more sought after ships that people have wanted to use in the universe for just one of the longest times at this point.
Man, look at that hangar. I'm pretty sure you could put 2 Gladiuses here side by side, actually.
It has enough crew and provisions on board to support long duration patrols. It has plenty of armament to defend itself.
This is
and
ridiculous.
attack
We
aggressors.
don't have enough regular players at the Iraq Club to man an Idris. I'm trying. Even the Polaris is hard. Sometimes we get enough people in the Polaris, but it's hard. But the Idris, there's no way we're gonna have him. Guys, if you want to join us at the Iraq Club, please do so. We're always eager to have more people play with us on a regular basis.
And hangars on board for a wide range of ships.
A Terrapin? Okay, why not?
There are multiple versions of the Idris, the most popular being the Idris P.
Yeah, Idris P for popular.
P standing for Peacekeeper.
Not popular.
This is the civilianized version of the Idris.
Oh, man.
It trades some of the prior military assets for increased cargo storage.
Yeah, it doesn't have much cargo, though. It's not a cargo
At its
ship.
core, it is essentially a flying hangar with all the crew facilities around that.
Oh, man, nice.
What's very good at, though, is killing things.
This is going to be so exciting to see those ship-to-ship combats. Polaris versus Idris. Oh, yes.
Starts with a front upper manned turret, which is size 5. This is swappable, which we'll talk about in a bit.
And it's going to shred the
Then
Idris.
there are 7 additional size
It's going to
5
shred the
turrets
Polaris.
spread across the
Unless
top
the
and bottom
Polaris
of the
sends some
ship.
torpedoes.
These are perfect for dealing with mid-sized targets and give you fantastic coverage across the whole ship from all the different angles they could approach you from.
Whilst they are lasers by default, you can swap them to a wide variety of other weapons in the game.
There definitely are enough turrets on the Idris to have some cannons being swapped to distortions if you want to disable and capture a ship.
But that's not all the firepower that the ship has to offer. It also has 4 remote turrets, which are size 4, which are a little bit better at dealing with more agile fighters.
So at this point in the game, you are looking at having a minimum of 12 people on an Idris P to fully crew just the weapons.
Just the weapons,
So,
right? And you need a pilot, that's that 13. You need someone to open and close the hangar, that's 14. You need the fighter pilots as well, that's at least 3, right? So we're talking about 17 or plus 18 if you want to have like a co-pilot also.
Make sure you've got plenty of friends to tag along.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, flying a ship this big with this much armament makes yourself a big target, and for that reason, the Idris comes with 11 point defense system hardpoints. These are the exact same point defense system weapons that you've seen on ships like the Polaris and 890 Jump. For those of you lucky enough to have an Idris M, it comes with a number of key differences that improve the Idris P.
The M for military, right?
Primarily, it comes with a size 10 railgun. default equipped on
Oh
those.
yeah, that's the one we saw.
Now, anyone that's taken part in any of the Idris missions and been unlucky enough to fly past it just
Yes,
as
we
that
have.
shot goes off, you all know how devastating that can be when it hits.
Yeah, I remember back in the days we were doing the Eckhardt's mission, and the last one was the Arlington Idris. We were doing that with the Constellation. It was one-shotting us.
The upper front turret is upgunned to a size 7 turret. The cargo room is replaced by the missile launcher. And it has increased armor over the base Idris P.
Nice.
But it does lose the lower rear man turret for all these other changes, so it's not perfect.
Ah, come on, it loses one turret, it's fine.
For those Idris P owners who want a bit more bite to their Idris and missed out on getting an Idris M, we do offer 2 ways to sort of improve your Idris P. The Idris K kit and the Idris T kit.
This is a kit. It's not a whole Idris.
They are simply Idris M's or P's with additional items swapped out in their loadout.
It's parts. I can't... The amount of times...
Because it often gets confused, and it has been over the years.
Yeah, but they sell the kit for like $325. You're not gonna get an Idris for $300. You're gonna be stupid to think so.
Yes.
But I've had to
Well,
remind
yes and no, because we're talking about digital items. It's also stupid to buy such a ridiculous ship at such a ridiculous price with in-game. But you know, some people want to support the game, right?
people there isn't an Idris K.
There is no such thing as an Idris T variant.
It's an aftermarket kit. Anyway,
The Idris K kit comes with a bunch of new items that can be applied to the
Oh, so
Idris.
you get them like this in the
Primarily,
weapon
there is
loadout.
the size 10 laser beam that goes in place of
Oh
the
my
railgun.
gosh.
the beam is one of the first real beam weapons that we've added to the game.
I've seen people using it. It's insane.
Obviously, you've got the mining laser, but this is an actual weaponized version of
I've
it.
seen people using it
And
against the Constellation
if
and
anything gets
even
in
the
its way,
Scorpius.
it's gonna quickly wish that it hadn't. The next item in the kit is a size 7 manned missile turret, which replaces the front turret of the Idris.
Yeah, but then, you know, it's the same as the ballistics. Once you run out of ammo, what are you going to do with that, right?
It also comes with 5 additional PDS weapon systems to help fill the additional slots on the P and
Okay,
a cool
nice.
black and red paint. The new Idris T kit is a companion to the K kit, and it sort of takes your Idris in a
Idris T for takes.
less weapon focus and putting it into more of a torpedo and ordnance focus.
Oh.
So the first thing is a new nose-mounted weapon. A set of size 12 torpedoes, a total
Oh
of 20
my gosh, these torpedoes are even bigger than the ones on the Polaris.
of them that fire out of 4 fire ports.
Look at that!
Now obviously, that's a lot of torpedoes.
This is ridiculous. They're bigger than the ships.
And for anyone that watched one of our more recent Citizen Cons, here's a message back for Elwyn. Fuck the Polaris.
The views and opinions of Mark Gibson do not represent those of Cloud Imperium Games, Roberts Space Industries, or its subsidiaries. They do represent Jared Huckabee's, though.
Oh no, Jared.
The
Oh!
top turret is an alternate size 7 bespoke ballistic cannon turret.
Oh man, you better hope that those PDC weapons are working in those massive, those massive torpedoes.
Which is going to add some serious firepower.
Oh!
The last piece is 5 additional PDS systems. These ones fire missiles rather than energy weapons.
In addition to that, this also comes with another unique skin you've never seen before.
Ha! Got like a little.
If you look at the layout of the ship,
They are recreating a scene from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
including
Obi-Wan
the
is going to
exterior
that
from
moon.
top down, there is no space conserved. It's packed. One of the most impressive spaces on the Idris is the main hangar.
Oh
This
yes,
is the center of operations. It's where you come and go, where you land your ship.
man, that's what I'm the most interested in. Is like how big it is and how many ships you can put in those. Look at all those little arrows there are nicely put.
You've got everything that you need, plenty of space.
You can fill a full squadron of ours
You can see
inside, I'm
space
sure.
for offboarding cargo. It's got ramps for bringing in and out of equipment. The bridge is quite special.
I like the fact that it's almost a sort of glass house in space.
Oh, the
views
bridge
all the way
feels
around.
so bridgy.
You have this sense of importance, like you're commanding the vessel. The corridors, they're like the connective tissue of the ship. They're bold, they have a really distinct profile to them. You've got these white, clean floors that you could imagine some janitor kind of polishing up constantly. It really feels
Yeah, they're not going to be
believable.
staying like this every time with player ships
The
if they get
messel
dirty.
is quite municipal, quite utilitarian. It's not
Oh, there's a window on top. That's
the
nice.
most extravagant space. I just like how tangible it is. The bunks have a very strong nautical, almost submariner type
Yeah, it feels almost like a hospital.
feel to them.
Also, yeah, it's very, very gloomy a little bit. Very
Another
ages.
space I really enjoy is the engine room.
Even the
It
captain's
feels
quarters
like
doesn't
a
seem very
nuclear
comfy.
reactor.
Oh, we've seen that in the Squadron 42 videos. Do you remember the briefing room?
The theme with the ship is everything is functional and
The
military.
grand chambers?
You get the impression that everything was designed for a purpose and space was at a premium.
The Idris is
Yeah, but I mean, it's only 240 meters long. It's not that long for a capital, like a capital ship that's full features.
been a ship people have been waiting for ages, and it means something different to everyone, and how everyone's going to use it is really down to them.
So what's the deal here? I thought we weren't going to release this until Squadron came out.
There we go. That is the question. Why is it coming now, right?
Squadron has developed, and the Idris has been in the PU in various guises for
That's true.
quite some time now. It's been quite clear internally that the two versions are very different things now, and it's not going to be a spoiler for Squadron. Now, even after this ship releases, it's still going to evolve further.
We've still got lots in the pipe.
Which makes sense, right? Because there are so many other ships from Squadron 42 that are also in the game right now. It's not going to be any spoilers for the story. They're just going to be, yeah, the same ship, but there's going to be differences, of course, right? In Squadron, these are going to be hero ships with special features and special rooms, I guess.
That we want to bring to the ship for Squadron, and hopefully it will trickle through to you guys in the PU as and when we're ready to release it.
Oh, man.
So now we're really excited to release the Idris to the PU, and it's going to make
I think
lots
players
of
are
people
super excited. Let me know what you guys think. Do you have an Idris? Or are you excited playing with your friends who have Idrises, or just random people around?
I'm happy
I am
that it is
so
finally
happy to
here
see
in the
this
game.
game.
We couldn't do it without the teams across the board. Artists, VFX artists, lighting
Without the
artists,
backers
physics,
too.
code, narrative. There's so many departments and people involved in bringing such a beast to life. Yeah, it's a big undertaking, so congrats.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump in right now into the game with the Red Club. We're going to be playing Hunt the Polaris with an Idris, so I'm really looking forward to this, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.